Russia cancels Somalia's $48.1 million Soviet-era debt in major diplomatic move. In a notable diplomatic gesture, Russia has officially canceled a significant portion of Somalia's historical debt, amounting to $48.1 million, which stems from loans provided by the Soviet Union before 1984. The move, announced through a formal agreement signed on December 10, 2024, marks a pivotal development in the relationship between Moscow and Mogadishu, further solidifying the bond between the two nations. This new accord builds upon a prior agreement made in July 2023, which established a repayment schedule for Somalia's debt to Russia. The latest agreement, however, provides a remarkable revision of the original terms by fully forgiving the debt, including any interest that had accumulated over the decades. The debt, which had weighed heavily on Somalia's finances, was originally tied to long-term loans issued by the Soviet Union to fund various projects and initiatives in the country. Under the terms of the new agreement, Russia will write off the total amount of the debt, and Somalia is exempt from repaying any of the $48.1 million. This relief represents a substantial financial reprieve for Somalia, which has been grappling with the consequences of decades of conflict and economic instability. With this financial burden lifted, Somalia can now redirect its resources toward national development and reconstruction efforts, particularly as the country continues to recover from the effects of internal conflicts and natural disasters. The debt cancellation is also a response to the evolving nature of Russia's foreign policy in Africa, where Moscow has been increasing its engagement in recent years. Russia has been forging closer ties with several African countries, with a focus on mutually beneficial agreements in areas such as trade, security, and financial cooperation. The decision to cancel Somalia's debt reflects Russia's continued commitment to supporting African nations in their efforts to stabilize their economies and advance their development agendas. In addition to the financial relief, the new agreement also adjusts the existing repayment schedule for any remaining debt Somalia might have, extending the deadline for repayment until April 2028. However, with the cancellation of the Soviet-era debt, the financial burden on Somalia has significantly reduced, offering the country a fresh start to focus on critical economic priorities. This agreement further highlights Russia's growing influence in Africa, as Moscow seeks to strengthen its partnerships across the continent. Through such initiatives, Russia is positioning itself as a key player in the region, providing financial and diplomatic support to countries like Somalia, which are striving for long-term peace and stability. Russia's decision to cancel Somalia's $48.1 million debt is a landmark event in the diplomatic relationship between the two countries. It reflects a broader shift in Russia's engagement with Africa, characterized by a more proactive role in supporting the continent's development needs, while also reinforcing its strategic influence in the region. This move is expected to have a lasting positive impact on Somalia's financial situation and contribute to the nation's ongoing efforts to rebuild and develop in the years to come.